definitely live. Get in tune real quick. Mm, I see somebody's there. Let me see what's going on Facebook real quick. Think I'm live on Facebook too. Sure is. What up? The Boiler Heroes back. Who's tapping in? Who's here? I got my popcorn. You know what I'm saying? Got my ginger ale. Who tapping in? I see a couple people here. Let it be known.
Welcome, my hero.
Hit you with one of those. You feel me? Today was a good day. Today was a good Boiling Man day. You know what I mean? Like today, it wasn't like OD cold, like freezing where you outside like, oh damn, like you know what I mean? It was actually like semi cold. Like it was cold, but it wasn't freezing. You needed a sweater, and if you hit the boiler room and get a little sweat real quick, you gotta throw that sweater on before you go outside. That's how it felt. But excuse me, was watching. What's going on, Jeff? I don't know. I see your last name. I don't want to pronounce it wrong. You know what I mean? I'm gonna say JM. I'm gonna call you JM. What up, Jeff?
Welcome, my hero.
You know what I mean? But it wasn't OD cold. I did like 3 calls today. You know what I mean? The first call I did, you guys are great. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you, Jeff. You know what I'm saying?
Welcome, my hero.
Let me say, get a clap for Jeff. I appreciate that, Jeff. I appreciate that. You know what I mean? But today, like the first call I did, right? I was on my way to work, just driving normal, cause I leave early. You know what I mean? I hit the road early. I'm driving, I get the phone call, yo, there's a building that needs some service. They ain't say it like that. They said it like kind of like less than, hectic. But in my mind it was hectic. In my mind it was hectic, right? So boom, they're like, yo, this building needs helping. I said, I got you. I'm already driving. You know what I mean? I got you. So I'm like, I bet. So they told me what the building was. I'm right there. I'm like 15. I'm like 15 minutes away. I head over there, right? I get to the building. I'm told, this is what I'm told. I'm told like there's 3 boilers, 3 ICs, industrial combustion. I love y'all, right? There's 3 ICs, right? And one of them is stuck in low fire. Low fire is when the fire is low, type, you know what I mean? Number two, the whole regulator's missing. Like, how's a regulator missing? A regulator missing is like you, like missing a shoelace out of your shoes, but you got 2 shoes, and one of your shoes is missing a shoelace. It's like where. Matter of fact, it's exactly like that. If you think about it, right? Because the Siemens gas train got 2 valves, a regular valve and a gas regulator valve, right? 2 shoes, boom, right? Now, the whole regulator, the whole valve itself is the whole shoe type shit, like both shoes, right? Your shoelaces is missing out of this shoe. And it's like, who the hell took my shoelace? Like, I ain't take my shoelace. Who the hell took my shoelace? So that's how I felt when I saw the regulator was missing. I'm like, who the hell took this regulator, right? So I'm like, I bet. So then, boom. Now, that's number two. That's boiler number two. And number three had tubes leaking. I know how I be feeling about tubes leaking. Like, bing, 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 bing. Got to bang them up, right? Y'all always complaining like, oh, change the tubes, change the tubes. We can't. Not at the moment. We will in the future. Right now, we can't. I've been wanting to say that for the minute, for the longest, because everybody like, oh, change the tube. We just can't just change the tube dead middle of the day. Like, yo, they need hot water, bro. They need heat. It's cold outside. You know what I mean? We can't leave that boiler off for longer than an hour. That's too much. You feel me? Back to the story, right? So boiler three needed to be plugged. So I'm like, I bet. Let me go figure out why boiler one is in low fire because I know boiler one is running. See, as a mechanic, I'm like, the whole thing is to get the boilers running, and boiler one is already running. So I'm like, I bet, right? I'm gonna just get that going to high fire. Now they got a Pepco system, a whole BMS type shit, right? BMS is building management system. I think that's what it is, right? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, right? But it's a whole BMS system type of thing. That's the internet. BMS systems like the internet's controlling it. I'm like, I bet somebody's controlling it from West Bubble, right? So anyway, so I'm like, all right, bro. The internet thing is keeping it in low fire because the internet thing is what makes it go to high fire. They're like, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. I'm like, I bet. So we good with that one. I put it on manual, put it at high fire. It went into high fire. I'm like, oh, we great. We good. We good. They gonna get some heat right now. But unfortunately, out of nowhere, the king valve was closed. I'm like, who closed the king valve? They was like they was doing work upstairs. Oh, anyway, now it already made pressure, right? So the boiler shut off. It already made pressure. So the boiler shut off. So I'm like, all right, now we got to slowly open the king valve because we don't want that steam to just shoot in and start banging everybody's radiators and shit. We don't want that, right? So we got to open it slowly, watch the pressure drop and all that other shit, right? Whoever's tapping in, I appreciate you guys. Whoever's tapping in, I appreciate y'all. Anyway, so we got to open it slowly, right? Let the steam go out. Shh, the steam's going out and shit, right? And I'm like, I bet. You see the steam pressure start dropping, right? So I'm like waiting for the boiler to come on. I'm like, as the pressure drops, I want the boiler to come on because as a boiler man, that's what we do, right? So boom, the boiler comes on. That's the sound of the IC. I know this thing by heart, right? So the boiler come on. I'm like, I bet. Let that rock. I'm gonna focus on the other ones, right? So boom, I go to boiler three because that's the one leaking. I'm like, all right, all I gotta do is plug this up and get the boiler running. We good. We be Gucci, right? So bet I go inside. I'm gonna show this video too because I recorded a little bit of it. I might drop it right after this live. But anyway, so I started like going to the back. I'm like, all right, now check me out. What I like to do is open the chamber door, right? 9 out of 10, the chamber's leaking. It's not all. If the wind box is leaking, you'll see that shit coming out of the wind box easily. You'll see it coming out of the wind box. Like there's a video I put out where I was singing "Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls." Water was coming out of the wind box. That's the wind box, right? Water was coming out of there. Automatically, I know that it's the top leaking. Usually, sometimes the bottom can show because the top will overflow to the bottom and come out to the bottom and shit. So whatever. That's a headache. But anyway, so then boom, right? The so I open up the back door. I'm like, I'm like, all right, I got the flashlight. Homie comes downstairs, grab the flashlight from me. I'm like, yo, what's going on? Yo, Jay, what up, guy? Hold up.
Welcome, my
You
hero.
can't tell a good story without sound effects. You already know. Gotta add the FX. You know what I'm saying? The SFX, you gotta add that in. Right, so I was telling the story about how my day went and shit. Right, the first job it was super early. Shot over there. You feel me? Anyway, right. So boom, right. Open the door. I open the door and like the guy comes snatch. I'm like, yo, I'm looking at the other guy like this guy's crazy, but it's all good. I'm the boiler hero. Like I'm calm. I already know this is his building anyway, so I'm like, I'm just here to help. You could do whatever you want, but at the end of the day, I know I'm gonna be the one that had to fix this shit, right? So boom, he grabs a flashlight, he starts looking. I'm like, I bet. What do you see? He's like, I see things leaking. I'm like, I bet. I got you. Let me see. I softly take the light back from him. Let me get that, right? So then I'm looking. I'm like, I see a couple tubes leaking here and there and shit. I got this on video too. I gotta see a couple tubes. I'm gonna plug. I see like it was like three on this side, and I think it was like maybe like four on this side and two on this side because I think it was six altogether. So it had to be like four on this side and two on this side, right? Boom. So I'm like, all right. So I already know now that I opened up the back door and looked at the tubes in the bottom and I see what's leaking. Now I know I have to open up both of the front doors because if I only had one side leaking, I'm only opening up one side. I'm not doing both sides if I don't have both sides leaking, right? But both sides was leaking, unfortunately, right? So boom, I go in the front, I open up the door. Bing, 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 bing. Now that front shit, I ain't gonna hold you. My drill died, right? So I'm like, damn, soup. You got a drill I can hold? He said, I don't really know. I said, all right, I'm gonna just do this old school, right? I got the adjustable. Started open up the door with the adjustable. Now, if any boiler man know, it ain't easy opening the front doors with the adjustable. That shit would take forever. But boom, You know what I'm saying? We doing that. He came through with a drill like, I got you, boiler hero. I said, ah man, word, good looks. Started hitting all the boats and all the dogs, right? Took them down. Boom, opened up the door. Now I'm like, I gotta be a genius about this because I don't know exactly which ones are leaking. I see it leaking, but not all of them, right? So I go to the back, bing, 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 bang the ones in the back, because once you bang the ones in the back, the water will start coming through the front, and boom, you'll see which ones are leaking. I'm like, I killed that. I killed that. Super even said, they said, oh, you killed that. That was a good idea. I was like, come on, man, I'm the boiler hero, right? So boom, I plugged the back, boom, 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 right? I plugged the front, bing, 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 got video of that too, right? So now I'm like, yo, bro, just check it out because anything else you see leaking, I got you. He told me in the back that there was two plugs that were plugged, two tubes that were plugged already. He was like, nah, bro, like you gotta take those plugs out and maybe, what I'm saying, replug them. I'm like, damn, because there's water inside of the tube already and it's already hot. So now I gotta hit it and dodge it type shit, right? Like, bang, right? So the first one, there was two of them. The first one, I hit it, bang, shit fell, splash in my face, right? I was like, damn, Sub, it got me. He was like, you good? I'm like, I'm good. I was just, making it dramatic and shit, cause I told him I was gonna get burned and shit, but I was all good. But I was like, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. He's like, all right, no doubt, right? So boom, right now the second one, it was even crazier because it was hella water in that one. Now I'm being smart with this one, right? So now I'm just hitting it and dodging it, bang, 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 the water came down. Shh, everybody was laughing like, you dodged that one. I was like, I got you. You feel me? This is what I do. I'm the boiler hero. Whoever's in there tapping in, appreciate y'all for being here, right? So boom, I take those plugs out, wrap them around, replug them, bing, 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 bing. Everything's Gucci. He looks in the back. He's like, everything's good. He closed the door. Right? I close the front. I start that boiler up, and we good. And it had a proof of closure, right? So it's doing the test one, test two. You know what I'm saying? The proof of closure, the LDU11, right? I don't know why I remember those numbers. You feel me? Nikki Pipes, my first call today, sent the pressure control to 5 psi, bro. Almost turned the house to, damn. It must have been my first call today. So it must be a small joint because 5 pounds is usually what the buildings do, bro. But if it's a little small joint, 5 pounds is crazy because even a small joint might do like one. You know what I'm saying? 1 pound. He might be good with 1 pound in a small house. You feel me? But that's crazy, bro. Nikki Pipes.
Welcome, my hero.
You know what I'm saying? But anyway, right? Well, I was saying boom, I closed the doors, got number three going. Super's like, oh, okay, you good. I'm like, all right, I'm the boiler hero, right? So then boiler number two, if y'all remember the beginning of the story, if you just now joining the story, let me tell you what happened with boiler number two. The whole regulator was missing, like somebody's shoelace was missing, right? Like you know how somebody's shoelace is missing? Like how my shoelace is missing, right? The same way with a regular. How the hell is the regulator missing, right? Anyway, nobody knows. So anyway, it doesn't matter. Super was like, bro, can you go get that? I'm like, I gotta ask my boss. Like he has to let me know if this is what he wants me to do. He said he wants you to do that. I'm like, all right, bet. Well, I'm gonna ask him. I asked my boss. He's like, yeah, I want you to do that. I'm like, all right, bet. I'm gonna do that. Right? I'm gonna go get the regulator. I'm gonna go to the supply house, get the regulator. Now the regulator, now it's a Siemens regulator. Let me tell y'all something. There's many regulators probably. I don't know, but I know there's two types, the one without proof of closure and the one with proof of closure. Because I ain't take a picture of it, right? So I went to the supply house. I said, look, give me a regulator, the Siemens, with a proof of closure. They said, pop, 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 boom. They gave it to me. I'm good. I'm good, right? So boom. I get the proof of closure regulator, right? Now, proof of closure, what's the difference between a regular regulator and the proof of closure? It was a small ass. You feel me? I knew it was, Nick. I knew it was. It had to be a small, cause 5 pounds on a small crib. That's crazy. That's hot, hot. You feel me? That's crazy hot. But like a house can do like 1 pound. Sometimes they do like vapor stacks. You know what I'm saying? But 1 pound is cool. Sometimes three, the most three, the most three. You feel what I'm saying? But I'm proud that that house. What is it like? Steam. The house is steam because if it's steam, I'm happy about that. I'm not too big of a fan of the hot water systems. I could work on them, but it's like damn man, like do steam. Steam to me is the best. You know what I mean? That's what I like. I like steam, but I can do everything else. It doesn't matter. What kind of gear you use for recording? Like a legit camera or like them recording glasses? Do you gotta get everyone's permission or just slick with it? Damn, that's a great question. I don't even know if I want to answer that right now because I'm live. But you know what? We live and we're gonna do it because you my man.
Welcome, my
You my man. You my
hero.
man. So look. So I use two things. I use a couple things. I use the glasses, right? I use the Ray-Ban glasses, right? And then I use my phone. I use my phone, and then I use the Osmo Pocket 3, the DJI Osmo Pocket, right? I use the glasses when I first started Boiler Hero the channel, right? It was glasses that I was using. It was the Ray-Bans. Like I wasn't even thinking about. All right, let me step back when I first started uploading to YouTube, it was just videos. Every boiler man has boiler videos or pictures in his phone. 9 out of 10. Maybe even 10 out of 10. If he tells you I'm a boiler man and you go through his phone, 9 out of 10, 10 out of 10, he has some kind of picture of some kind of unit or some kind of piping or some kind of tools or something that has to do with a boiler in his phone, right? So I had a whole bunch of videos. I ain't want to delete it. You know, it was regular video, so I uploaded it to YouTube and the shit did numbers, right? So I'm like, I guess I started on my phone. Then the second video I gave to my homie, like, yo, record this on my phone, boom, the phone, right? So then as I was recording on the phone, I'm like, all right, this is too much. I can't just be holding shit. I need to move around. And the Ray-Ban Meadows was like a brand new thing. It just came out. It was like a couple years ago, maybe like 1 or 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So I bought the glasses, right? And the glasses was a slick that's the first way. It was slick because nobody really knew about the Ray-Ban glasses yet. It wasn't a thing yet. So, you know, everybody's just like he's wearing glasses. Nobody really knew I was recording. So I just started recording. And it wasn't me trying to be slick because I wasn't even thinking like I'm being slick. I'm thinking, what's the big deal? Like, you know what I mean? So I'm not doing nothing bad. I like to video my journey as well, hero. Appreciate the knowledge. Yeah, do your thing, man. The more heroes out here, the more the more the better. You know what I'm saying? The algorithm will start picking it up and everybody will start realizing what the hell we doing. We taking over the internet. You know what I mean? So then, but the Ray-Ban glasses made it slick, but I wasn't thinking about being slick. I was just trying to record moments, whatever, and then I would just start recording. And I did that for like a whole year with the glasses, straight recording. And then I started realizing YouTube want shorts. They wanted long form and they wanted shorts. And then I'm like, I bet I can do the shorts with my phone. Start cutting it down. You know what I mean? I does Resi, but I don't know if I can record that. Well, there's a I think there's a another guy on Instagram who records Resi, and he blocks out people. So I don't know. You could just probably block out people just as long as you're not showing nobody. You know what I mean? You should be good. You should be good. But you know, I don't know how to even approach that because even me like I got in trouble a couple times. I got called into the office a couple times because of certain videos that I had to take down and stuff like that. So I had to take down a couple of videos. I don't know if y'all remember, right? I was doing this it was like a series of I'm gonna show you how this building gets hot water. Right, for real though. I wanna record the journey. You could. I'm dead serious. You could. I'm saying get the glasses. But I was doing a series, right, of how this building gets hot water, and it started moving. Like it started moving my channel, but I was recording the buildings, showing the buildings, not the address, but the buildings. But people recognized the building, and they was like, "Nah, bro, we can't have you recording the building and showing you going inside the boiler, the entrance, and showing you going." They said that's too much. You know what I mean? And they almost canceled me for that. You know what I mean? So I had to pull that back. Even though that was making my channel pop a little bit, I had to pull that back and just repivot my whole situation. And that's kind of why I'm starting going live because I want to give you more than just me in the boiler room. Like I want to talk about the boiler room. I want to give you the lifestyle. I want to give you the culture of the whole boiler because being a boiler man ain't just about going out there going to work. At least for me, it's not. Like we go outside every day, right? 8 hours, sometimes 14 hours, sometimes 9 hours, depending on where you at, depending on your schedule. Like me, you see me, I'm 24/7 damn near. Like, you know what I mean? So it's like I'm always at work. The people I'm working with, I'm always with. I'm with them more than I'm with my family. You know what I mean? Like I'm always in the boiler room. Most of the time, I'm dressed in my uniform. You know what I mean? Always ready to go. So it's like it's a whole lifestyle. You know what I mean? Hold on, let me get my little popcorn. I'm talking a lot. Thank you. Well, it's a lifestyle. It's a culture. You know what I mean? And that's kind of what I want to do with Boiler Heroes is build this culture, this tradesman culture. Because when you go into a boiler room and you fix that boiler and you got that heat going, it feels like something. It's a feeling you get like, damn, I did that. Not even like I fixed it, but damn, I gave these people heat or hot water or whatever it is that they using the heat for or the flame for, whatever. Because sometimes they use steam to make food, for to make bread and shit like that. They use boilers to make bread. You know what I mean? There's a whole bunch of bread factories that has an IC in the back, or a Beckett in the back. You know what I mean? Or a Carlin in the back, heating it up, cooking that bread, and that Carlin goes down, their bread ain't gonna taste good. It ain't gonna be fluffy. It ain't gonna be none of that. You know what I mean? So you already know. You know what I'm saying? What he said? For real, I'm like able to help someone. What do you mean? For real? Like I'm able to help someone. I don't know what you mean, Nick. I don't know what you mean by that. I want to, for real though, I want to record the journey. I'm at, like, I don't know if you're saying you want to record somebody. I don't know if you're saying you want to record yourself. I'm not too sure where you're aiming at. You know what I mean? But anyway, back to the whole regulator, right? Let's go back to the story, right? So I go get the regulator. Boom, I go to the job. Ding dong. That's the big ass bell because it's not a small building. I mean, it's a big building. It's huge, right? But they don't got no bell. You can just walk in. They got like four doormans, right? Because they have like a doorman in each type of perimeter because it's a whole block. It's a big building. Ding dong. Yo, the boiler man's here. All right, go downstairs, right? Boom, I go downstairs. Ain't nobody really there. So I'm like, all right. Now these Siemens regulators are cool, right? Because they're easy. They easy. They just four set screws. You put it on the plate on the valve body, pop, right? I got a video of that too, right? So you put it on the valve body, right? And you hit it up the four screws, four set screws. Most of these companies give you like free tools like that fits the set screw. You know what I mean? So anyway, so I put the four screws, boom, 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 right? And then I wire it up. You gotta take the when you wiring it up, you gotta take the BX connector off. Spin it off, right? Put the whole thing in, bow, 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 right? Put the wires in. Now there's four. I think there was four wires, right? two two for proof of closure and two for power and neutral. Black on power, white neutral, and the other two are proof of closure. In the regulators, you put it in 5 and 6, I believe, which I did, and it worked. So it's 5 and 6, and you put the neutral in the hot on L and N. You feel me? We'll go over that because I'm gonna go over wiring diagrams with y'all. You feel me? So anyway, I wire it up. You got to put the equalizer line on the regulator. Every Siemens gas regulator or gas train modern ventless has like an equalizer line. Some people when they did the installs in the beginning when there was like the gas revolution, everybody was going gas, right? Some people forgot the equalizer line and then you had gas pressure going sporadic like, "Oh, what the hell?" Right? And everybody was like, "What's going on? Did you put the equalizer line on?" No, I didn't. That's why. Boom, put the equalizer line. Boom, eight, eight, not even eight. It was like 4 inches of water columns to the manifold for an IC. You feel me? Sometimes two, depending on where you at. What kind of burner it is. Anyway, so boom, right? I get the regulator on. I wire it up. Put the equalizer line. I put my manometer. I got to make sure the regulator pressure is good, right? And I start it up. Ooh, it starts up, right? Boom. I take manifold pressure. It was right there on the money. I open the door. I'm like, all right, what manifold pressure you want? Because you normally it's on the door, right? So I look at it. Boom. All right, 4 inches of water column. I bet my manifold pressures were like about four, 3 point some shit, right? And four. So I'm like, all right, I'm right there. I'm right on the manifold pressure, right? So boom. I put it on low fire. It fires off. I'm like, hi, we good. I take efficiency. I put in efficiency. Yes, I do efficiency. A lot of y'all on Facebook be like, do you do efficiency? Yes, I do efficiency. You got to do efficiency. I ain't gonna front. Sometimes on oil, I don't do efficiency because it's oil. Like I can eye that. You know what I'm saying? As long as that flame is hot and shiny like a sun, boom, not too shiny like it's white, you good. Like as long as it's not smoking, pow, 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 you can leave it like that. That's all it takes, right? But on gas, you never know. The flame could be orange and still be good. I seen it. I seen an orange gas flame on high fire, and my efficiencies was amazing. I seen it. So not only have I seen it, I actually adjusted it to make it look like that. I killed it. But anyway, so boom, I put the regulator, the boiler's on. I go to low fire. I put the efficiency. My efficiency is Gucci, right? I'm like, oh, I bet I ain't gotta make too much adjustments on low fire, cause normally low fire be the one that be all wacky. You feel what I'm saying? Cause low fire be the critical one. So boom, I put it in high fire. It goes into high fire, right? Now high fire, if you never been around a boiler, right? If you never been around a boiler, and you never been around a big boiler, that high fire can scare you. I ain't gonna hold you. Like it be sounding like an airplane sometimes. And it's like thinking like an airplane and a big ass flame, right? And a big ass water jug, right? All this is happening together and making a loud ass noise. That shit's kind of scary. You know what I mean? But I enjoy it. I'm like, damn, this shit can go right now. I don't know. That's exciting to me sometimes. So boom, I have it in high fire. I'm taking efficiency, right? And I'm hoping that high fire is good because if high fire is good, I'm getting up out of here, right? So boom, I take high fire. Oh, I'm like, oh, high fire is good. I got a video of that too, right? High fire is good. So I'm like, I bet. Bring it back down to low. Boom, low's good still. Pack it up. We out of there. Now I got three boilers running. When I got there, one was in low, regulator was missing in two, and number three was leaking. They had three boilers. I got all three of them running. Now, granted, they did call and say number three was making a noise. You know what I'm saying? But that was later in the day. And number three, I ain't really do much but just plug it up, bung, 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 close it, and start it up. We got to go back and see what's going on with that, right? That was that first one. That was super early, you know what I mean? But then there was another job that I went to. It was just crazy madness, you know what I mean? Had one job where the compressor was all crazy and all making all crazy noise, but we fixed that. And then what was the other one? I forget what the other one was. But today overall, it was the other one actually it was a RBI IB 750. And those, those are cool. Those are like kind of like fake modern, not too modern, but like fake modern. Like it was like not here in the future, but like right there in the, like in the like near past type shit. You feel what I'm saying? But that was pretty much my day. You know what I mean? How's your day going? Anybody? Tell me how's your day going. Tap in. You know what I mean? My day was pretty good. If you're from New York, you would know that today's weather wasn't too crazy. It's usually cold right now, but it wasn't that cold. It was like I said, sweater. You know what I'm saying? Boiler room sweat. Throw that sweater back on before you go outside, 'cause you fuck around and might get sick. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You know what I mean? But it's fun being a boiler man. Everybody, like, for some reason they give like a little different kind of respect to the boiler man. You walk into the building, I'm the boiler man. Oh, I bet I ain't gonna mess with you. You out here giving us heat and hot water. I ain't messing with you. Oh, where's the super? Why you want the super for? Cause I'm the boiler man. Oh, I bet your super boiler man's outside. You know what I mean? Have you ever worked on engineered air? Engineered air. So, can you explain a little bit more what engineered air? Because in my head, when you say engineered air, I'm assuming you mean like hot air. You know what I mean? Like engineered. You know what? Let's see what he's talking about. Hold on. Let's see what he's talking about. Engineered air. Let's see what he's talking about. Alright, let's see. Okay. Custom climate, clean solutions. What does engineered air do? Specialized, made to ordered heating, ventilation, air condition, refrigeration, energy recovery equipment, and clean room technologies. Okay, like air handlers. Okay, That's what I'm assuming this is. A tragic, stupid bell and gossip pump 3/4 horsepower fighting me every step of the way. Damn. Bell gossip. BGs, man. Them BGs, bro. Them BGs, man. Yeah, man, them BGs, them four screws, but them four, depending on what part of the BG you working with, though. You know what I'm saying? Because if you're working on them bearings, it's all good. It's 8 screws, bang, 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 right? But if you're working on the motor, that's 4 screws, bang, bang. But if it's the whole pump, then yeah, it's fighting you. Because sometimes, depending on who installed it, they don't give you that little play. They want to be perfect, right? They don't want to give you that play. You gotta create that play. You know what I mean? But engineered air, right? Now, solution. Now this is my the shit is more complicated than any boiler I've ever seen. I don't think so, bro. I don't think so. Like it depends on how they're making whatever they're making, right? Now it's saying engineered air. Who owns engineered air? The CEO. This unless engineered air is a company. I don't know if it's a company. Is engineered air is a company or is it a style of making some kind of like heat or some shit. Let's see, Engineer Air corporate video. Okay, let's see what they talking about. Hold up. Is it AI?
It starts with passion.
Starts with passion. Okay, I got passion. I got passion.
Innovative solutions.
Okay, I'm innovative and I got solutions. Okay,
State of the art manufacturing.
okay, what state I'm from? And I'm artistic. Okay, I get that.
And custom design.
Custom design. Shit. Right.
Heating,
Okay.
ventilation,
And open the door. Let the shit breathe. Let the shit breathe.
air conditioning,
AC? Come on, man. This damn near HVAC.
refrigeration,
This is HVAC, bro. Engineer air, hold up. This is HVAC.
energy recovery,
HVAC mixed in with the energy recovery shit. That's it?
clean room technology,
Hold on, bro. Clean room technology. So that's a little advanced, right? Because like you just gotta like our shit is dirty. Hold up. How you have clean room technology in a dirty profession? Like whose hands are not getting dirty in this? Like aren't your hands supposed to I'm confused. I'm confused. And right, I was good until this part, until the clean room technology. Because when they first said clean room technology, I'm thinking like, right, they use steam to clean, hospital tools and shit, right? That's clean room technology to me. Like you clean with steam, right? You know what I'm saying? You take off all the bacteria with steam. No, some other shit. Like this is like what? Like,
our team of engineers,
okay,
technicians, manufacturing personnel,
all
and
right.
integrated sales
I
experts
like his
deliver
headphones.
built to order HVAC and clean room
I told you
technology
HVAC. I
across North
told you
America.
HVAC. It's a
We
company.
are leaders in the world of
Now
commercial and
sheet
industrial
metal. They
heating,
make sheet metal
cooling,
by themselves.
ventilation, and
Look
clean
at
room
PLC.
solutions.
Okay. Now hold on.
We are
Great.
engineered air.
Okay. It's a company. Engineer is a company, bro. It's a company. What are you talking about? It's a company. They it's just a big ass boiler company. That's it. Engineered air. They're engineering air. Big ass boiler company. That's all. They just have a whole bunch of sections of different boiler companies, right? They probably got some company that does clean room technology. Say, yo, you do clean room technology? I like that. Come join us, Engineer Air. You now EA. You feel me? What's up, man? 5 a.m. grinding. What up?
Welcome, my hero.
What up, man? What's your title? I'm HPT in NYC2, providing heat and hot water. I be tuned in. What up, bro? Well, my title is boiler mechanic. People can call me boiler technician. I don't really like technician. Right? You know what I'm saying? I like mechanic because the mechanics like I get in there, like right. I get my hands dirty, right? But boiler man, I'm cool with boiler man. the great one, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Some supers like you're the great one. I'll take that. Boiler hero, yo hero, whatever they call me. They just call me when they need their heat and hot water. That's what they call me, Mr. Heat and Hot Water. Ooh, that's I like that, Mr. Heat and Hot Water. EA is in the game. You feel me? You feel me? EA's definitely in the game, bro. Engineered Air. Hold up. You feel me? Let's go back. Engineer Air, they definitely in the game. You feel me? Like, so like, I don't know, bro. Like, yeah, I know Engineer Air. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? You feel me? Like, you feel me? Nah, you feel me? Everybody say I sound like DMX. Nah, you feel me? I feel you, cause you know, nah, you know. You feel me? Nah, but Engineer Air, that's cool. That's cool, bro. You know, shout out to Engineer Air. You know what I'm saying? Tell them to send me something. Like send me like a relay or something. Like line starter. Send me an Engineer Air. Do they have their own line starters? Cause that's the question, right? If they using like Siemens line starters, then they just a regular company, bro. Like they building shit, but they building shit with parts that we can use. We could build shit. You know what I'm saying? I could build some shit. Give me the parts. I can build some shit and call myself engineered double air or engineered ground. You know what I'm saying? Basement, engineered basement. Air sounds dope though, cause you know, it's like refreshing. Engineered air. It just hit me. It's like a double entendre kind of thing, like engineer, cause engineer means dirty, hard. Air means like air, the Air Jordan. Engineer air. I get it. Enough with them. All right. Enough with them. Let's go back and see what else. What else comes with hopefully what's following them? What's in their algorithm? If, by looking at them, do I get any other kind of video that shows me anything here? Anything else? Oh, they have their own YouTube channel. Okay. They got their own YouTube channel. Oh, check this out. Let's see. All right, Engineer Air got their own YouTube. They got 220. Okay. Damn, this is a moment right here, right? They're gonna look to see if I'm subscribing to their YouTube channel. Alright, we're gonna go through their videos, right? If their videos is lit, then I'm gonna subscribe. But if they have a bunch of videos that's just showing me engineered air commercials, I'm not. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So alright, so this one right here, 7,000 views. We just watched this one, right? We just watched this one, right? Okay. Oh, alright, they got some joints. Okay, hold up. All right. That's the problem. All their boards is made by them for their units only. Exactly. They trying to market, they trying to corner the game. You know what I'm saying? All right, hold on. Air handler, indirect fire. Okay, let's see what my man talking about right here. All right, see, they super corporate. They got the whole intro. Okay. Oh, the breakdown of what they're about to talk about. Maybe I should
Hello,
try to
my
do
name is
that.
Thomas Hernandez, and I'm with Engineered Air's Technical Service
Hold
Department.
up.
In this video, we'll be presenting basic maintenance items on our DG model units, our reverse flow heat recovery,
Wait.
and coils. This video will
How
be
come I only hear
referencing
like
manuals which can be found at our website on
I think they fucked with their video.
www.engineeredair.com/manuals. All information can be
I
found
think
there, as well
they
as
definitely
contact
messed up their
information for our
videos.
technical
Their
support
audio
team.
game is not up
All
there.
appropriate PPE should be worn when doing any work with HVAC equipment.
Alright,
The
can
following
y'all hear
maintenance
him?
instructions are to be carried out
I
each
got you
spring
with lock and
and
bar
fall
you,
or
bro.
otherwise
I'm just, you know
indicated
what I'm
by
saying?
qualified
I'm
service
getting my
personnel.
feet wet with this online,
We'll
you know,
first start
streaming.
off with the
I ain't gonna
label of the unit.
hold on.
This
Let me
label
shut my
contains
man up
unit
real quick. Hold on, Lewis. I don't know why, but my man looked like a Lewis, right? So when I first started streaming, it's been like I think I streamed like 3 or 4 times, right? Especially my man, they know what I'm talking about. I had trouble with the internet. I had this lagging situation, right? You know what I'm saying? I couldn't play Call of Duty like that, right? No, not Call of Duty. Battleground, right? Battlefield, I'm sorry. Right? So boom, my shit was lagging, right? So I'm like, damn, I gotta get better internet. So boom, I went and got better internet. You know what I'm saying? And now I'm like, this is my first time running through the better internet. So let me know, Jay, is it better? Like I got better internet. I haven't. I don't think we lagging anymore. I don't think my shit was but like disconnect and reconnect. It hasn't done that, God willing. Espírito Santos, hold up, don't do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm thinking we good. So I didn't want to do the lock and var U and be lagging at the same time. So right now I'm just using this time to like, just work out all the kinks, work out all the bugs, all the technical difficulties and shit like that to make sure that in the future while I'm streaming it's all a smooth sailing ride. You feel me? Like I deserve a round of applause for me getting good internet. You know what I'm saying? So in that aspect, that's the difference. It seems like they have a I feel you. I feel you. So let me know if my internet's a little bit better. So once I know I'm Gucci with the internet, you know what I'm saying? Connection clean and crispy for sure. Alright, you feel me? That's what I'm saying. I was just making sure we on lag because I don't want to be on lock and var. You lagging like, you know what I'm saying? We learning about lock and vars and we lagging out here. They say a big important part and you can't hear it. So I want to make sure you hear everything that I hear. You feel me? So we gonna get to that. Maybe next week we'll start that. You know what I mean? But you know what? I have a whole bunch of shit planned because I ain't gonna hold y'all. Like today, I was at H&B. That's a supply house that I go to, right? They had preferred instruments, right? Showing a class. I'm gonna show you the video of what they were showing. It's called the burner was called Comet, right? It looks pretty cool, right? So boom, he was doing like a little jump off downstairs. I'm like, yo, bro, I pulled up on the preferred dude, right? He was in the whip. I'm like, yo, you preferred? He was like, yeah, I'm preferred. I'm like, yo, what's good, bro? You know what I'm saying, showing you doing the little class. He's like, yeah, da 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 da. I said, I'm a boiler man. I want to learn and shit like that. He was like, word. I said, yeah, but I said, yo, bro, would you come on to the live and bring the burner and do your class live with my audience? He said, hell yeah, I'll do that shit. I said, where are you lying to me? He said, nah, I'll do it. Boom. Right? He gave me the math and shit like that. So I'm gonna have things like that, right? I'm gonna try to get, Honeywell up here. I'm gonna try to get Honeywell up here to try to mingle with us. You know what I mean? And if I'm able to do that, bro, man, listen, we gonna make it happen, bro. I'm gonna try to get the supply house owners up here. You know what I mean? Maybe get some supers up here, some property managers up here. Have them talk about why they be waiting on why they wait to spend the money. You know what I'm saying? They wait forever. You know what I'm saying? They spend it at the end. We're gonna finally figure out that magic. You know what I'm saying? Because there's some kind of magic these property managers be doing. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to get some handymans up here. Tell us the handyman's experience. They'll trade people. Get some plumbers. Let's have a whole sit down with plumbers and boiler man and why we can't get along. I'm just saying. I just want to know why plumbers and boiler men can't. Maybe we could have a plumber, electrician, and a boiler man and a carpenter all in one live, and let's talk about this trade shit. You feel me? Shit like that. You feel me? By the way, the only reason I got a Testo 300 analyzer is because I saw a video of yours last year using it on Bluetooth. I was like, say less. You sure it was a Testo 300? Because I think the Testo 300 is the one that does Bluetooth, right? I think the Testo 320 or the 340, I forget. But I ain't gonna hold you, bro. This is not promoting. Ever since I went ecom, I kind of never went back, bro. The Testo feels foreign to me now. Like the Testo feels straight slow. Like it's like the buffering. Oh my goodness, the whole waiting for your CO to come down. Oh my God, bro, you just out there waving the wand, waiting for that CO to come down. Just waiting for that shit to come down. With the ecom, and I'm pretty sure the ecom's not the only one that does this because I think Citrus. I think the name is Citrus. I forget the name, but I got a friend who sells analyzer. I forgot what company it is. I think it's called Citrus, something like that, Citron or something like that. I'm trying to get him to come to the live to talk about his analyzer. But the ecom, there's a CO button that just drops CO, and you don't gotta worry about CO no more. It just goes away, and now you don't have to be there waving your wand trying to get the CO to come down and all that good shit. You feel me? My testo dies in the van overnight just because it's cold. Bro, Nick, you're not supposed to keep. Alright, there's a thing that you're not supposed to keep the testo in a cold vehicle overnight. You're actually supposed to bring it inside. Nobody really brings it inside. I never brought it inside. Like if I'm living in an apartment and I'm parking my truck down the block in a drive whatever garage, I'm not taking the testo out and bringing it upstairs with me. I'm not doing that. It's staying in the van. You know what I'm saying? But you are supposed to take it out and leave it in a warm place. Even sometimes, you know how the Testo got the liquid inside, where you have to take out the little plug and take the liquid out, right? Sometimes if you don't take that liquid out, the liquid will freeze and ruin your Testo. So it's really these. What I've learned, that's a fact, Nick. That's a whole fact. That little water, you have to take out that water. That's why you always gotta take it out because it will freeze overnight, and that's why you're supposed to bring it inside. Now, I think Jason is his name, my bro Jason, who works for I think the analyzer Citron, something like that. I'll show y'all. But he um he actually put me on to like the fact that you're not even supposed to turn on your analyzer in the boiler room. You're supposed to turn on your analyzer outside the boiler room in fresh air and shit like that. But I told him like I feel you, Jay. I feel you, but like I'm not going outside to turn on my analyzer and wait for it to buffer up and then go back downstairs. I'm in the boiler room, bro. Like I'm actually turning on my analyzer while I'm turning on the boiler and making my adjustments. And as soon as my analyzer's done, my boiler's ready to be fired, and boom, I'm sticking that thing, pause, and making it happen. Yeah, I had a class on that. You feel me? You know what I'm talking about? The class on, I don't know if you had the class on the Citron, or a lot of extra steps. You feel me? A lot of extra unnecessary but necessary steps. You know what I mean? Like these are the steps we're supposed to take when you're doing analyzing or analyzing combustion, but we don't do those. And that's actually like they actually say it messes up the results. They say to do it because if there's high levels of CO in the room, exactly, the analyzer will pick up the high levels of CO in the room. So, you're supposed to turn it on outside, but what can we do, bro? You know what I mean? We got 8 hours of the day. You know what I mean? That's another 15, and then fuck all, forget all that. What if I'm in the basement and I gotta take the elevator to like I'm in the sub level basement. I gotta take the elevator all the way back up to go outside. You know what I mean? To just wait for the analyzer to turn on and then come back, go back down to hit the elevator. Gotta wait for the elevator because now the elevator left and went to pick up somebody on 14. Right now, you gotta wait for the elevator to come down from 14, and it comes down hitting 12, then hitting 9. It's like damn, like now everybody wants to use the elevator, and then finally it gets to 1. You watching like 2 people come off. Like he had like 5 stops, and you only got 2 people. What's going on? That math don't add up. You feel me? So then boom, then you gotta get in and go back to the sub level and then go take your analyzer, or maybe even turn on the boiler because did you have the boiler off to create a load? Who knows? You feel me? What's my man talking about over here?
Specifications as well as the model and serial
He's
number.
making me bored, bro. Oh
Visual
my
check
god.
on all components
Okay.
and make sure that there's no damage or scorch marks. If any, replace the components.
All right. Now, damage or scorch marks. I feel him. I feel him. In New York City, if only they had an auto start key for the analyzer, that would be fire. That that would be fire. I see what you're saying. Because if it's in the truck, boom, auto start, boom, analyzer starts buffering. You go to the van, that shit's ready to go. I like it. Analyzer companies, throw an auto start on your shit. I'm just saying, we like it. We want an auto start on your shit. Matter of fact, imagine that, because I know some companies are watching. You know what I mean? So imagine we can make things happen like this. Maybe if we all say, yo, we want this, they can make it happen. Let's change shit. Fuck it. Let's just change shit. Let's call like Riello and tell them to like change the colors. We'll love it if you change the red to orange. I'm just saying. Let's just see if we can change shit. You know what I mean? It's possible. Who knows? I'm not fucking with Riello. I'm just playing Riello. I love y'all. People think I don't like Riello. I do like Riello. I want to clear that up. I do like Riello. I went to the Eastern Energy Expo, right? And I saw Riello there, right? And I kind of felt the vibes, bro. Like I felt the vibes. They were like, standoffish, right? And I'm like, yo, bro, nah, chill. I just want to take a picture with y'all. You know what I'm saying? It was like, all right, bet. You know what I'm saying? But I'm like, yo, like some dude came up to me and was like, yo, Riello over there. Like, I'm beefing with Riello. No, I'm not beefing with Riello. You're like, I like you, Riello. Especially the little green home boilers, the home burners with the big red button on the gray box. I like those. I bleed those out. I mess with a couple of those in a couple of people's houses and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I got the today I got the Wise Hop shirt on. You feel me? Got the Wise Hop shirt on. You know, I like Wise Hop. I like dealing with Wise Hop. You know what I mean? But back to Riello. I like you, Riello. Anyway, you laughing. Analyzers. So yeah, man, just doing combustion. You know what I mean? I use the ecom, and I enjoy the ecom. I think I gotta get mine's calibrated soon. But you know what else about the ecom? The one thing I don't like about the ecom, I swear you hate Riello so much that if they have a spark ignition, you will be saying why. Oh, now they want to do spark ignition. I don't even like the way they do spark ignition. Nah, bro, it ain't like that. Stop it, Five. It ain't like that, man. I like Riello, man. Thoughts on Beckett? Mmm. Thoughts on Beckett. We'll get back to that. We'll get back to the thoughts on Beckett. You know what I'm saying? Beckett actually hit me up, right? I actually got hit up by Beckett, and Beckett was like, "Yo, we enjoy your content. You know, we want to send you some stuff, right?" So right now, we're waiting on some stuff from Beckett. We waiting on for some stuff. Beckett said they're gonna send me a gift box. What the hell they gonna send? I don't know. But they said they're gonna send me something. So until they do, be prepared, y'all. We're gonna see what Beckett sends. I'm gonna do an open box, like an opening. You know what I mean? We're gonna see what Beckett sends us and open the box together. You feel me? So until then, I don't want to talk about Beckett. I don't want to say, cause Beckett is cool. Like overall, the burner, every burner to me is cool, right? If you know it, it becomes easy. You'll love it. Riello, I don't work on Riello, the big Riellos too often. So, but I have worked on them, and for what I've have worked for what I did with them, it always seemed a little bit too much, like taking the nozzle out. It was like if you do an overhaul, you gotta take the whole nozzle out, and it's like doing surgery on the Terminator. That's how I feel, like you know what I'm saying. So, but overall, Riello is a good burner. You know what I mean? It's every burner to me is a good burner. The only burner that I can honestly say I did not like, and it's not because like you know I worked on them in the past when I was with my uncle's company BTU. It was the Johnson burners. Hold on, let's see what Johnson burners. Let me see something. Johnson burner, right? They were the baby Johnson burners. Like how the IC got VLGs, right? The Johnson had these, but I forgot the model number of what they are. What's the value your privacy? I accept, bro. I accept. All right, so let's see what burners they got. Where's your burners? See, what's this? I gotta hit them up to talk to them. They can't just they don't have a regular website. Okay, here we go. I think this is them right here. Okay, here we go. Okay, the Johnson burners. Oh, all right, the new ones look dope. See, they improve with the new ones, I guess, because they had the ones competing with the VLGs. You feel me? I love power burners. Power burners are the shit, bro. Power burners are the shit. I'm trying to see low emission burners. Right? No, we don't want those. Do we? Let's see. Okay. So no, maybe they don't make the ones that I'm thinking about anymore, because it might be this one right here. Let me see. I don't think they make the one I'm thinking about, because I think that's what happened. It was so trash. Where is it at? No, no, it's not here. It was so trash that it was just like I don't like it was horrible. The make was horrible. They really try to mimic Webster, because you know how the Webster Power Flame VLGs is damn near the same kind of burner. It was almost the same kind of thing. Hawk valve, all that good shit, back pressure, all that good shit. We use Johnson for greenhouse farms. That's fire. So what you do with the what you use the burner for the greenhouse farms? What do you do in the farms? Are you giving them heat? Are you using like what are you doing in the greenhouse farms? That's fire though. You feel me? But you know what I mean? Those burners all mimic the same. Firebird, mechanical service, what's going on? We have a bunch of Power Flame, CG3s, and a lot of Webster's, Cyclonic, whatever, out at CT. That's a fact. That's close to New York. So yeah, it probably have some of that. You probably have like the VLGs too, produce CO for the crops. Word? Nah, we mean produce CO for the crops. Explain that. Give me like a little bit more of a detail, bro. Cause that sounds. See, people use burners for anything, bro. Like that's crazy. And you have to have the same skill that I got to work on that to give CO to the crops. I'm giving steam, heat, and hot water to the people. My man giving CO to the crops. What more can you ask for, bro? That range of being a boiler man is crazy, bro. Like I can probably go fix that and give CO to the crops too. And my man could probably come over here and give heat and hot water to the people. We use a natural gas burners to make high level CO. That's crazy. So we don't even try to make CO. We prevent CO. He wants CO. I'm mind blown right now. Cause I didn't even think like we're trained to keep the CO level to the minimum. That's how you know. That's how you make tomatoes grow in the winter in Canada. That's crazy. Yo, my mind is blown. What? Oh my God! Like that's crazy, bro. That's insane. I'm not gonna forget this. I might forget it. You know what I mean? But I'm not gonna. I'm gonna try not to forget this. I'm gonna have to tell a couple people this because if I tell a couple people, maybe then I won't forget. But damn, so you purposely. So how you make high CO though? Because when you make sure that there's bad combustion, or like you cause the CO to go somewhere else, the unburnt CO or some shit like that. Like, how do you cause high CO? Because that's kind of scary, right? Like, don't you die over high CO? And how many ppms do you actually go for? Do you like 1,000 ppms? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, what's going on? I really want to know. I really want to know this shit. You know what I'm saying? But back to the Johnsons though. You know what I'm saying? The Webster burner, the Power Flame burner, the VLG ICs all look alike. They all have like a square face. You know what I'm saying? They all damn near use Hawk valves. They all use the Delavan, damn near the Delavan nozzle with the Teflon on it, right? And Johnson tried to do the same thing. I'm trying to find it, but I don't see it here. But Johnson tried to do the same thing. You know what I'm trying to do? This is what I'm trying to do. Let me see. Let's put Johnson burner that looks like Power Flame. Power Flame. Let's see what pops up. This is it. No, no, that's not it. Let's go to images. Mm, it wasn't. No, this is Power Flame. Let me see. Johnson. No, this is Power Flame. Is this John? That's Power Flame or Webster, one of them. See, they don't have it. This Power Flame. See, it was that bad, bro. Johnson burner was that bad. They don't even have this shit here. They don't even have this shit here, bro. That's how bad it was. I went to a house with a ES gas conversion, and it was at damn. The analyzer probably blacked out after that. You probably got to pull out and start waving it around and get that oxygen going. Yes, they use the burners for produce steam, then the exhaust. I knew it. I knew it on some low NOx type shit. Burners, then the exhaust is used for the greenhouses, the steam for the humidity, and the CO for the growth of the crops. Up to 5,000 ppms is the max we can produce. Fire!
Welcome, my
Fire!
hero.
I definitely need new sound effects. I gotta get more sound effects. I need some Damn, that's fire. Gotta love the Limsfield burner. Okay, we on. Okay, he wants us to look at that because I need to see what the hell is he talking about. Let me see. L Limp. Is he playing? Limps Field burner. Ooh, okay. Alright, alright. Okay. I never worked on this. I never worked on these, but I seen these. I definitely seen these. Let me see. What's the love about them? Talk to me. What's the love about them? Let me see if I can get up. Let me see. Look up a manual. We got pictures all. Let's feel product manuals. Let me see. Look at the manual. Accept the cookies. Click here to view. All right. Oh, damn, you gotta log in. Hold on. LC burner range. Let's see. The 220. Let's see the 220. Huh. Okay. Okay. Only oil only dual fuel slash dual fuel. Auto flame stainless steel. Okay. All right. Have you ever worked on boilers operated with PLC? Yes, I have. Definitely. Definitely. I think a lot of the modern boilers are like that. Okay. All right. This burner's not bad. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. What else they got? Let me see gallery. LC. So they have an LC and an LP. So the LP is the bigger one, I'm assuming, and the LC is the baby one compared to the LP. You know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know if that's baby. I seen these. Okay, I seen these. Somebody sent me I think a picture or a video of these. Yeah, Limpsfield. These are, I guess, these are more like real industrial. Why they got the boiler so close to each other though? Like right here. Why is the boiler so close? That has to be one boiler, right? 'Cause that's them doors is way too close. High efficiency and turn down with couple with auto flame controls. Auto flame. I'm hearing a lot about the auto flame. I'm hearing a lot about those. I'm hearing those are kind of lit. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm hearing auto flame is kind of lit. You know what I mean? Let me see. Matter of fact, let me see how the auto flame is. Let me see how let's look that up. Let's go back, homie. Auto flame. Is it auto flame burner? It got the lens fill on it because it comes with auto flame. I'm pretty sure. Let's see what's auto flame. Well, it's a world leader of boiler management systems for commercial. So is it like a BMS? You can say auto flames like a BMS, or it's like a Siemens kind of, because Siemens is not really BMS, but it's internet, I guess. You know what I mean? Let me see. Auto flame home. Okay, I like this. The global reach, UK manufacturer. Okay, I like it. Made in Britain. I like it. Okay. Oh, it comes with the picture. Okay, that's fire. What's all the stuff you ever worked on? Older stuff, damn near rotary, bro. Maybe once or twice. And then when it comes to IC, the AM burner. The AM burner. Let's see how the AM burner is. AM burner. AM burner. I see. I see. Let me see. Images. Nope. None of these are the AM burners. AM burners are old IC. Let me see. Red. Put red because it comes red. Put AM red. Nada. I got pictures of it, but it's not here. They got an old relay though. That's crazy. The AM burners are Man, the electro has a spring on it, connected all the way to the whole nozzle assembly's like this long, some shit like that. I don't even remember, bro. But I got video. I think I got pictures on it, not videos, but pictures. You know what I mean? But yo, it's 10 o'clock. I know we all gotta go to work tomorrow. You know, it's Monday. We gotta go to work tomorrow. So we're gonna wrap it up. And hopefully we'll be back tomorrow because we're still trying. You know what I'm saying? We might just make this a try week, you know what I'm saying, here and there, and then we'll start scheduling out when we come through, you know what I'm saying, for we can have a schedule of when we could like have these guests coming on and the guests probably on a weekend kind of thing, you know what I mean? But I appreciate everybody who's with me. Thank you for rocking with me.
Welcome, my hero.
Clap it up for y'all. I ain't do the intro today. Jay, I ain't do the intro today, man. I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I ain't do the intro today. So good. It's Monday. We gotta get our feet wet on Mondays, right? You know what I'm saying? Get the week early going. You know what I'm saying? The early week going. So I appreciate everybody for tuning in. Thank you for whoever, you know, commented, you know what I mean, joining the conversation. And you know, I got the popcorn. So, you know, whenever we live, we gotta get the popcorn right. I ain't drinking ginger ale because we got into the conversation. We got into it together, and I appreciate y'all. So I'm gonna drop a video right after this, and I appreciate y'all. Until next time. I gotta come up with a slogan at the end. I don't know what it is yet. Maybe until next time, be a hero. Nah, that's whack, right? Until next time, keep it hot. Nah, that's trash. Keep it city. That's even worse.